It feels great to be back. It's no complaints. Like I said, I can't hide the emotions. It's a blessing. So I'm very excited.
Dan talked about how important this time is for mental reps, but he also called it a pajama party for you. What's it like being back out here, and how much did you miss it?
Honestly, I missed it, man. It's hard to explain. Like I said, it was cool that I got time to spend home with my family, but at the end of the day, I miss ball. I miss coming out here and being around my teammates and being the leader that I am. So it's a great thing to just be out here to run around, and like you said, it's a pajama party. It definitely is, which allows me to run around in my pajamas. So I'm cool. Like I said, honestly, it's just great. It's great to be around, get my energy, and let my guys feed off of it. So.
Tracy, I was going to say, how are you feeling about the additions that have been made in the offseason, especially the secondary, about what that going to bring and how that chemistry can be made out here right now?
Well, definitely, we got a lot of great pieces that we added from the rookies to vets. So, honestly, man, it's a great addition for us. Obviously, we had one of the worst secondaries in the league last year, so that's something we got to change. And I'm just happy that we made progress to make those motions happen. So, honestly, we're just out here grinding, being the best we can be. Like I said, building on that brotherhood and off the field, on the field. And like I said, it's a great thing to be a part of. So I'm excited for what we're going to do this year. And like I said, we're going to make a lot of noise this year.
What's the balance between wanting to be out here, wanting to be part, but also being smart, knowing that you're coming back, getting to August, and then is that a hard balance?
Oh, my God. That's an understatement. It's so – excuse my language. It's so difficult for me because – like I said, I be on the sideline and I'm just over there running, doing my conditioning. I'm like, man, I can go out here and run and do all my coverages and stuff. But like I said, that's the patient part. And, unfortunately, I have to be patient, which I have everybody around me, like, slow down. Don't go out there. We need you. So like I said, it's cool to know that I'm wanted and I'm needed on this team. But at the same time, I want to go out there and still go perform and do what I do best. So it sucks, but it's a I guess, bittersweet feeling. So take it with a grain of salt, you know what I mean?
What's your feel of the new group?
Okay, huh?
I don't know what your timeline was, but rehab and everything. It seemed like progressed quickly, but more quickly than others.
Definitely.
What do you think is the reason that you're able to be here out on the field, running, jogging?
Honestly, just my approach. Like I said, I'm a man of my word, and I stood on what I said. I said I was gonna come back and I was gonna be able to participate in OTAs, which I'm doing. And like I said, if it was up to me, I would be out here running around right now. But it's not up to me. So honestly, I'm just trying to stay focused and continue to just strive to be the best I could be. And like I said, I'm 7 months post-op, and I feel great. Like I said, I'm running around, cutting, doing everything I need to be. It's not my time yet, so I gotta wait on that.
Tracy, watching what this defense did in the second half of last season, watching Kirby kind of pass him, how much did that increase your hunger to get back out here this year?
Honestly, to be completely honest with you, I feel like I was needed when we was going through the losing slump. I feel like that's when I wanted to be out here most. Not because we was winning, but because I feel like my team needed me most then. I'm glad that we was able to shake back and make some huge strides at the end of the year. But like I said, I definitely know my team needs me. And to see Kirby out there to step up and go out there and do what he did, and a lot of younger guys as well, Iffy, Brady stepped in, and Savion, those guys, they stepped in and they had their opportunity. So it was good to allow them to get that exposure and to, like I said, it's allowing them to come out here now, and they look so much better because of that experience they gained. So, like I said, it's pros and cons to it. Me, I wish I could be out here, but at the same time, the pros was my teammates got better. So, as a leader, that's exciting for me.
As a leader, this time last year, you were like one of the guys that they were turning to as a vocal leader.
Definitely.
Added some veterans, some guys that have been around. You notice like an attitude, tone shift, more voices on the field?
I feel like, no, because I'm still me.
No, I know you're still, but like you got some different voices that have been there too. Like
For sure.
A shift in that.
A shift in what? If you try,
like guys like C.J. Gardner-Johnson, like Manny Mosey, Cam Sutton that have played on some big stages.
It definitely helps. It definitely helps with that experience, but at the same time, I'm still a leader. I feel like that's my room. So that's how I look at it. Like I said, they're gonna come in and they're gonna obviously they're leaders as well. We're all leaders in our own way. But, like I said, I just look at it as I got more ballers around me. And that's how I approach it, I don't see it from that. Everybody's a leader from the rookies to the vets. So
I guess I asked that one. How does it make you a better leader?
how does it make me? Oh, honestly, just being able to listen. Like I said, I can listen to Brian Branch, and he can sit here and tell me some things that he see in my back pedal Whereas I can listen to Cam, he can tell me the same thing. So it doesn't really matter. In our room right now, there is no, like I said, hierarchy or anything. Everybody sees everybody equal, and we're just out here just trying to get better. And however we can help each other, we're going to help.
First impressions of CJ?
Definitely a character. I love it. Me and him have a lot of similarities. We love talking our trash, so it's gonna be a lot of trash talking this year. Stay tuned in for that. Honestly, his just energy. He's a very energetic guy, and like I said, we got a lot of guys right now who's gonna bring a lot of energy and it's gonna make a lot of plays. So honestly, like I said, it's exciting to see. I hate that I can't be out there with him, so I gotta watch and support from the side, talk my trash to the offense on the side. So.
What was it like for you to sort of watch this team turn that corner last fall?
Like I said, it was exciting, honestly, because I seen how bad we were doing, and I wanted us to do great. And like I said, we picked it up. So I was happy to be a part of that, and like I said, to come back around and see that we were doing a lot better. Because for 5-6 weeks straight, it was rough. I hated watching that on TV.
Kirby 4 picks last season.
Mm-hmm.
You got to catch him now, right?
Honestly, I don't think about that. I'm trying to catch a Super Bowl. If I can catch that, that's all I care about. You know what I mean? So that stats don't matter to me.
How's your relationship with Kirby growing up?
It's my little brother. From the time he walked in to now, I said I took him under my wing, and we always hang out. He's always at my house, or vice versa. We travel, we meet up with each other, so it's cool. Like I said, we got a great friendship, great relationship, and it's a great thing.
How important is a fast start for you guys this year? You got off to such a slow start last year. What do you guys do to ensure that you get off to a better start?
Well, honestly, it's very difficult because, for one, we're coming in against the Super Bowl champs, who they're nobody you can take lightly. But at the same time, we just got to continue to build on the foundation we've already established so far. Like I said, we were a scary team to play last year at the end of the year. And like I said, we're building off that momentum right now. We're definitely not slowing down, and we're not taking no steps back. So that's just the main thing. Just stay on it. We got to keep going. And like I said, we understand how to win now, so we got to keep doing it.
Thoughts on Jameson Williams and just what he can do on this offense? We see the speed of it.
James is an electric player. I mean, like I said, he didn't get drafted first round for no reason. He's an exciting player. I said, obviously, a couple off the field issues have stopped him from playing this year. But at the end of the day, once he comes back, he's definitely going to be a great addition for our offense. Seriously, he's going to be a secret weapon for us.
Rehab, what you do this offseason?
Honestly, my main focus was getting right. Like I said, I had a goal to come back and make sure I was ready for OTAs, which that's what I did. So, honestly, I ain't care about nothing else. Not going on vacation, none of that. Maybe in the next month or so, I can go on a vacation. But nah, right now I'm in grind mode.
Surprise yourself at how, Achilles is a pretty serious thing.
For sure.
Be back as soon as you are and look as,
But I'm built different, my guy. I stand on that. I know I'm not built like nobody else, and so like I said, I live by it. And everything I do, from how I work, how I grind, and obviously my injuries. Like I said, I've never been hurt before, so for me to bounce back, that was the main thing I had on my mind.
I assume you've had time to catch up on all the glowing predictions about the Lions this season.
I don't feed into the media. No offense, I love the media,
like to be
but I don't feed in it. Why? Because there was a lot of bad things that I saw. I ain't gonna speak on it, but yeah, I don't feed into it. So I kind of ignored it after a while, to be honest with you. So I didn't entertain it.
Okay.
But the Lions, we are a new team. Definitely, the media should be eating it up because we're going to make a lot of noise. So
You need to feed us.
we're starving right now. So we're gonna be a little selfish. I'm sorry.
Free to do
Training camp. I'll be full go training camp, ready. I said I wish I could right now, but I gotta go see my surgeon before that happens. So I don't know if I can tell you that, my guy. But it's coming very soon. Very soon. Now I'll be, like I said, after vet mini camp, that'll be the last time you see me on the side running. So I'll be back.
Is there a sense of pride in the
Last
fact
one.
that you're out here right now?
Say that one more time.
Is there a sense of pride in the fact that you're out here right now?
Definitely. I said, obviously, I'm a very entertaining, fun guy. Like I said, I talk my trash. And like I said, right now, I'll be over there talking trash to the offense. JG will hate me right now, but, I got to do interviews and make y'all laugh. So it's okay. It's all right. Like I said, I just bring a different energy. I know I bring a different vibe. And like I said, energy is contagious, whether it's good or bad. I try to be the positive energy, so, everybody feeds off of it.
Areas of concentration for your body over this summer?
Kind of in the off season, it was a little all over the place because lost a lot of strength last season during the season, and it took a little bit to get that back and then to add on it. But I think I did a really good job with it, and I was working really hard. So working on what I got to work on.
How much did going through a full season teach you about your body that's maybe different than the experiences you had in college before?
I wasn't too screwed up. I was all right. I just almost missed a game because I had the flu, but besides that, I was pretty healthy throughout the season. So I wouldn't really. I mean, it's also my rookie year too, so I was limber. So we'll see how this goes throughout the years. But I mean, I feel really good throughout the season. I take care of my body.
How much does it help you to go through a full NFL season as opposed to preparing for the draft and all that other stuff, like being able to focus on being an NFL player for one full season?
Oh yeah, no, it's super beneficial. I mean, I all the vets were telling me that kind of this off-season period, they were telling me how good that'd be for me, this and that, just because of how long that rookie year is. And man, I took my time off. I worked really hard, and I was and now we're back, and I'm feeling better than ever. And so yeah, it's definitely I can get used to this off-season.
Aidan, what did you think of the defensive additions to this team, both in the draft and free agency?
No doubt. I mean, looks like the boys are trying to load up on defense, so it gets me fired up because that what Brad and Dan, what those guys are doing, they're trying to make the push for right now. Getting the DBs, Cam and those guys, and drafting, Jack, who's a guy who's going to be ready day one, and the running back from Bama, who's also probably going to be. Those two positions are kind of ones that Jack is just very developed already, so you can tell the boys are making a push right now.
Did you feel the second half of last season that you guys began to show what this defense could be already with the stats improving and everything else?
Yeah, I think so, and that was with I think a couple schematic changes, a couple changes in our philosophy, and we started playing at a high level. And I think with the new additions this year and kind of revamped defense, I think we can do something special.
Aidan, what do you think about what were your thoughts when the schedule came out? All those primetime games, starting the season off in Kansas City on primetime, first game of the year. What were your thoughts about what it says about your team and the expectations of the?
Yeah, I mean the hype is there. I mean when I saw her playing KC, I love the primetime games. That's I just look forward to those more than any other game, and so to be the NFL opener for the season, I mean, doesn't get much better than that.
Are you already imagining 4 or 5 sacks on your home?
Obviously, that's the plan.
Sorry, you were asked. Sorry.
Just the biggest thing that you focused on this offseason, the biggest thing that you wanted to take into year two, now having a year under your belt, and then offseason to kind of focus on video and improving play. What was the big focus this offseason?
Yeah, I think later in the season I started doing a lot of visualizing and meditating and stuff like that, and I think that really helped. And it helped a lot, actually, and that's something that I have implemented in my routine every day now, and I have all these new routines, and I took this off season to kind of evaluate, all the different ways I can improve, the little things, dieting, food, get a chef in, cook stuff like that. Like last year, I was eating takeout meals probably after every day, like during the season, so just couldn't be good for inflammation at all. So.
Visualization, the meditation help you. How did that translate to the football field? Like, where did you see the biggest improvement or difference in kind of doing that? How did it relate to the football?
Yeah, I'm a big believer in what you put out in the universe will come back to you. So a lot of stuff regarding that, it gets a little hard to talk about, but because it's kind of hard to understand, but it kind of stuff in that realm.
What was your go-to takeout meal last week?
Dude, I was eating chicken Caesar wraps with some sweet potato fries, so probably that's why I lost a little leanness, but we're back, so.
Does the mood out here feel different day one this year and everything last year, knowing what you guys achieved last season, the addition of the how does the mood feel different this year?
Oh, it's so different, man. The level of confidence, I mean, it's hard for me to gauge it because this is my second year, so my confidence right now is really through the roof. So me personally, I feel like I'm just on a completely different level, you know. And I mean, instinctually, I mean, my explosiveness. I mean, everywhere on the board, I feel like I've taken, you know, just taking myself to the next level. And as a team, I mean, this defense, it's definitely different this year. Looking around the huddle and a bunch of guys who, you know, served in wars and, you know, dudes, just older vets, especially in the back end, you know, who've seen it all. So, yeah, no, it's a different vibe.
It looks like the level of competition
additions that you guys have made to the back, and obviously we were talking about pass rush as a marriage between rush and cover.
Yeah.
You guys have really improved that part.
Yeah.
That guys that have done it, like you mentioned, just how much maybe ease you smile. See a guy like C.J. Gardner Johnson, Cam Sutton, and those guys. How much does that excite you?
No doubt. And Tracy Walker's back too, man. He's coming back. And no. Oh my God, no, I know, and it gets me fired up just seeing that, because I think they believe in our pass rush. They believe we got guys to go and get the passer, and they just went and got some guys in the back end to make that quarterback hold it for a little longer.
The level of competition with pass rushers definitely seems to have risen on this team too. All the pass rushers.
No doubt, yeah. No, it's there's a lot of experienced and talented pass rushers for sure.
Yeah. You and Houston have a friendly little sack total race or anything?
No, nothing with the numbers, man. It's sacks will come. You just gotta let them come.
Talk about what happened in your suspension and how, I guess, disappointed you are in yourself for doing.
The suspension is pretty much, it is what it is. The policy, I broke a policy. I pretty much look past those things. The situation, like I said, it is what it is. I'm just happy to be out here, get this time with my guys I didn't get a chance to do last year. I'm happy I get a chance to do that.
Why did you look past it though? If you knew the rules, gamble in.
It was pretty much like the consequences was handed to me. It was nothing I could, you know. I didn't want to stress myself out any more than it was. So I just look forward to the better days, the happy days. Like I said, being out here with my teammates, getting a chance to do things I didn't get to do last year, with recovering from the ACL and things like that.
What'd you learn from the whole experience?
Just make the right decisions, you know. It was something that I wasn't aware of, but it caught me. And it was just make the right decisions, you know.
Where were you at?
I'm not sure on any of those things. It just came up with me.
You don't want to share the details, or you don't know?
No, I'm not sure.
Hey, JMO, do you have a chance to appeal that? Is it something you're considering at all?
It wasn't. I just left it alone. Things. They gave me 6 games and we left it at that. I'm just looking forward to coming back week 7, getting back with my team out there playing the game.
Obviously, nobody want to be the person that will have to go through it. But do you think it's raising awareness for other players
Oh yeah, for sure. Because like I said, it hit me out the blue, and it hit a couple other players around the league and on my team out the blue. I wasn't aware of this situation, but as it happened, like I said, I took it on the chin. I was ready to move forward as things moved on. And I got the consequences, so that's been my whole plan, moving forward from things, and just looking at the better days.
What are your thoughts on just how fair or unfair it is? I mean, the league is in partnership with gambling.
That's really not my decision. I'm in the league to play football, not make the rules on gambling and things like that.
We found out on that Friday that the suspension was handed down. How earlier than that did you know?
I didn't really know the day before. I just found out the night before, talking to my agent and my dad, found out things and just went from there.
And what was how shocked or sad?
I was sick. I was hurt because I ain't knew things like this was coming. But like I said, took me some time. I just thought about the better days and moving forward. It's not my last day living, so I just look forward to the better days. The next day, get better, get out here with my team, run some routes. Y'all seen me running routes last year. This time y'all seen me walking around with a football in my hand. So it's good to be out here.
How does your family help you in the process?
My family, they always help me every situation, not just this. They stay on me, stay communicating. It's always days where we talk about things, the right way to do things, So they help me a lot.
You didn't get this opportunity last year. You didn't get to go through OTAs and training camp. You've got 2 months here, 2.5 months. What are you trying to accomplish from now to you?
I'm just trying to get better every day because, at some point I can't be with the team. So I'm using all this time to perfect every little thing that me and the QB, me and the team, me and the offense need. So that's the main thing right now. Just focusing on all that before I get my time away and then come back with the team. So just focusing on fixing the little things and making everything good.
Jameson, you've been talking about on social media and posting things and stuff. And do you have to adjust your lifestyle a little bit with such a
Nah, I live a regular lifestyle. I wouldn't say I live a very special lifestyle. I'm not the only person in NFL that posts on Instagram and things like that. So I would just say that's just me. I wouldn't change anything though. That answer your question?
Do you have to be careful of what you post or what you like? Because there are some things that you like that may have.
I'm not sure of those things. Things that I like on the Instagram, Twitter. I hope those don't lead people the wrong way, but it's social media, you know. People take social media to like it's right here. This is real life. That's social media.
How much of you, it seemed like you really embraced Detroit though in that sense. I mean,
Oh yeah, I love Detroit. They love me. Like everything about Detroit, I love. It's a real great city. I just look forward to doing real big things for the city, playing ball for the city. You know, taking the city to another level.
Specifically, she asked about the like of the Lamar Jackson coming to Detroit. People did look at that as like, well, you have a quarterback. You know what I mean? I don't know. Do you have any? You said you wouldn't take anything back. Can you just explain that, like that specific one?
It's social media, like I said. Like people, you probably like something on Twitter that people had a question about. So I'm not really sure why people question me or anything like that. I'm out here with Jared Goff, not Lamar Jackson. You know, I just think he's a real good player and things like that. You know.
Thought it was a slight to Jared Goff. That's what.
No, it wasn't no shots at Jared Goff. I love Goff. You know, we out here, we got a perfect relationship, and nothing since the tweet, nothing has went down in our relationship. We still have a tighter relationship. Like nothing's really happened between. Nah, it's just social media. It's Twitter. You know.
People can get things could get missed.
I feel you. I understand.
The time you'll miss this year.
What you say?
Given the time you missed last year and the time you'll miss this year, how much do you feel like you have to prove to this fan base, to this team, during this season?
I feel like I got to prove a lot to myself before I prove anything to anybody else. I got goals that I've set that I just want to accomplish, knock off my goal list, like getting on the field, things like that. So hopefully once those things come, the fans will be pleased on how I play football, what I do, things like that,
What is the challenge of, because you will be gone for those 6 weeks, of taking all these reps right now and then picking right back up where you left off when you do come back?
It's not really a challenge. I just got to stay in the playbook, stay watching film, stay on top of things while I'm gone. So when I come back, it's easy for me. It really wasn't. It's not really much of a challenge. I just got to stay on top of myself and do the right thing,
What is your vision? What is your vision and your goals for this year?
I want to win games. When I come back, we got to make the playoffs. It's the #1 goal. We got to make the playoffs, go deep in the playoffs, hopefully win the Super Bowl, things like that. I just want to win games, though, with my team.
What's it like not to be able to play the opener against the Chiefs?
I'm not playing. I can't play in that.
Dan said,
this guy right here.
Dan said one thing you're impressed by is your detail of routes so far, that it's improved since last year. Some of the things that you've done. Can you explain maybe like how you've gotten better at that?
My whole life, as a receiver, I've been working on how to perfect routes. I just want to have the most perfect routes, the best feet. I look at a lot of guys like old time, right now, how they run routes, and I take a lot of that and add it to my game. So it's just the perfection in route running with my speed, help me get open, play with the speed a little bit, how to run this route, how to run that route, where to be with the QB, the timing, things like that. So the route running is probably like things that I focused on the most, and getting that down so we can play ball for real.
What's your relationship with Jameer, both being Alabama guys, and what can he bring to this offense?
Jameer is a real exciting player, quick. I like his speed. I watched him a lot last year playing at Alabama. I went there. I like his game, man. I think he's a real great add to the team. It's something about the number 12 pick in Alabama, I see.
You got any advice from anybody throughout this process or anything? I mean, like, now you in the spotlight where you fielding these questions where, as opposed to college, you make mistakes, not as big of a deal. Like, have you got any advice to kind of help you adjust to the professional level a little bit? From anybody kind of stick a little bit?
It's just adversity. Adversity comes. It's just how you handle it. It's always about how you handle it, how you come out, things like that. I'm a person that's going to come out on top regardless. That's just how I think. So it's just a little bump in the road. We'll be back to it real soon.
Before we break from you, just to clarify, do you remember anything about what you did to violate it or where you were?
Nah.
Neither, none of it.
Nah, it's just.
Some people may see that as then you were gambling frequently.
Nah, no freaking gambling. I'm not a gambler. I'm a football player.
Was it bet on college football, basketball?
Nah, I'm not sure, bro. That was my fault. That was a while ago.
You weren't aware of the rule?
No, sir.
Who's some of these old-timey receivers you're watching? You're not feel old right now, but
I watch a lot of guys. One of my favorites is like Ocho Cinco. I like his feet. I like watch Randy Moss a lot. Just how he run deep balls. I like to watch a lot of guys from today's game: Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Diggs. I watch everybody though. I just watch how they run this route. Damn, I like that. Let me try that next practice. Let me try that right now. That's just how it go.
Since Calvin's been out here, how about Calvin and how much?
Oh yeah, I watch how he run. I watch how he run the things too. Like he one of the top receivers. All the receivers that's like, got the game. I'm trying to steal something out of their game, put it in mine, so I can have the best bag.
Hey, just one other thing. I didn't ask this the right way. What's it going to be like not being able to play against the Chiefs on opening night?
It's gonna be pretty hard. That game not too far from St. Louis. That's a home game, but home opener, big game. Super Bowl champions defending against us. I feel like we come out on top. We got a great team, but it's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard, but I'm just looking forward to Week 7, coming back Week 7, being out there with my guys.
Thanks a lot.
When you do get out on the field, what are people going to see from you this year?
They're gonna see a lot. A ball player, things that you usually see when you turn on my film, no matter what age I was. So that's the same player they're gonna get.
Do you have a plan in place, or is there a plan for you when you are on your 6-game suspension? Like, because you're not allowed to be here.
I just plan on to stay focused, continue working. No fall offs, no down ends. I just gotta stay on top of myself so when I get back with the team.
So how's it feel being out there?
It's good. It's good. It's nice weather up here, and it's good to get back in, on the field with everyone, and it's fun playing football, and there's a lot of good chemistry going on. So.
Were you watching the draft, and if you were, how would you think of the drafting of Campbell?
As far as Dan or Jack? No, I was. It's because we were like in interesting positioning as far as what we're gonna do. But yeah, it was definitely interesting, and they made some moves, and it was entertaining to watch. I don't know about y'all, but it was entertaining for me. And they selected Jack, and it's a great addition to our room, a great addition to our defense.
What's it like to be out on the field with rookies and newcomers, guys you haven't played with?
Yeah.
What's that like?
It's different every year just because I feel like in some sense, the younger guys are changing as far as, how it was 5-6 years ago. It's a new day and age, and but guys are coming in, more, I'd say, a lot more ready for, scheme and kind of what we're doing at this level as opposed to the college level.
In what ways can you help? We saw him running the huddle a little bit out there when he was with the teams. How can you help him along with some of that call?
As far as Jack goes? Yeah. I feel like, honestly, that's just kind of personal development. You just have to, take charge as a linebacker. It's kind of just, sometimes it's just in you, and obviously they see that in him, and you're just doing a good job.
The consensus on drafting a linebacker in the first round is always it's too much of a reach. Your linebacker.
That's a good question. Especially inside guy, I feel like if you look past, in the past 10 years, I saw some diagram of, all the first round linebackers. But at the end of the day, you're drafting an individual player, and, it's having faith in that one player as opposed to one position group. So, I feel like if you hit on it, then it's awesome because that's a staple of your defense. What your defense did the second half of last year, and then adding all these additions, I assume doubles your confidence that the defense will be much better this year? Yeah, I feel like, that Dan and Brad and everyone did a great job of, free agent additions, getting veteran players here that have played a lot of games, a lot of experience, especially in the back end. That's really going to help our defense out, because that's really who you rely on. And then, the rookies in the draft and the undrafted guys, I feel like are great. Some of them will play, and some will be great role players, and that's really how you cultivate a great defense.
What, if anything, are you guys doing right now to emphasize getting out to a better start in the first month of the season? Just hurt you guys last year.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like the focus is on, the last 10 games is how we finish as a defense, because that isn't just a 3-game stretch. That's almost like it felt like a full season of how we were, competing and playing as a defense. So, it's just continuing and building off of that, but obviously having some schematic changes and, doing some off-season studies of what works around the league and what doesn't, and adjusting our defense to that.
How important is that, though? I mean, just to, accomplish the goals that you guys want, I'm sure it can't just be those final 10 games now, right? It's got to start.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, I feel like we don't really need to be reminded of that, because we were 1 game away from the playoffs, and it could have been any of those games that we put a full game together and we could have made a run in the playoffs. So that hurts, but that's what we're carrying into this year.
Do you find it exciting that you're going to start the season against the Jets? Not the Jets.
The Chiefs, yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me, I've never played there, and I've heard it's one of the best stadiums. So, it's definitely going to be fun for me, and I love playing on prime time. And you want to, as a defensive player, you want to go against the best, and obviously they're one of the best in the league.
Did you watch Jack at all in college? Have you watched his tape at all since?
No, I mean, the college football I do watch, I just watch Florida, honestly. I mostly SEC football. But yeah, I mean, you see like the highlights on Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that.
Have you thought about what it might look like with you guys being side by side, possibly in this defense, how you guys might play off each other, what that looks like, just in your head moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I'd say is I know there's going to be a lot of expectations as far as being an 18 overall pick, but I feel like he has to develop as a player, and as far as fans and media and everything like that, you got to let him develop as a NFL player. And everyone's transition's different, and obviously being high, that big of a pick, it's expectations are high. But I think there's going to be a timetable for him.
You got a lot of work with Derek Barnes today. How have you seen his game grow in the 3 years he's been here?
Yeah, it's really grown a ton. I feel like I really, honestly, mentally, I've never seen them going in my 7th year that big of a mental transition from a college to pro level. I feel like he's put in the work to really study the game and go from an on the ball defender to middle linebacker in the NFL. It's way different, and it's honestly remarkable how far he's come.
What does Tracy coming back mean for you? I guess just
yeah, I feel Yeah, he's a captain of our defense last year, and he's a good veteran voice back there that he's going to be where he's supposed to be and play good football.
It gets taken away from you.
I mean, that's life. Anything can happen. But instead of just having my head down, I just took that time to spend time with my kids, my family, and just to see what retirement will feel like. Yeah. But at the same time, I got that chip on my shoulder, so I'm going to come back strong.
And what did retirement feel like to you?
It was just a bunch of stuff to do. I'm like, what am I doing? I can't decide what to do. The only thing I know is football. And so, but it was great. I get to reflect on my life and my career in the league. And so it was really good to just sit down with my wife and just talk over a lot of things.
Had you thought of retirement before? Was that in your head after the surgery? I can't do this yet. I'm not ready for retirement yet.
It's just it was one of those things. After surgery, I was like, all right, let me just rest. Let me just enjoy this time. And then when I started training again, I was like, yeah, I'm not ready to retire yet.
What's it like to watch games week after week after week and not play?
It's just eating me alive, man. I wish I was out there with the boys, especially with the online. But this is life, I guess. Gotta do what I gotta do.
And you're completely healthy, good to go.
Yeah, I feel great. Got a great training staff and everything, so it's been good.
Is there any limitations on you during OTAs or when mandatory?
Yeah, obviously we're gonna be smart, but when camp comes around, we're gonna turn it up. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, how soon or how long after surgery is it when you could start doing some exercise?
How long did it take until I? When did I start? I started probably maybe 5 months after. I didn't want to push anything, so let the healing process take over.
When did you feel more? What did you feel like yourself?
I mean, after surgery, I felt like myself, but it's just surgery.
I guess physically, when did you feel?
The first time I lifted weights, and so I was like, all right, I got a lot to prove. So then I was like, all right, I'm gonna use that as a training exercise, and so use that so I can get stronger.
What happened exactly? Because it looked like you were having a pretty strong camp.
Honestly, I have no idea. I'm still wondering the same thing because I'm like, what happened? How could that happen? But I guess just body's telling me something. I don't know. But it's just one of those things. Like I said, it's life. You don't know what to expect.
It was during that Pittsburgh game, right?
No, there was a surgery that I got. It was I can't remember the term, but they just went in there and took something out and said that was it.
You stayed in touch with the team and in the room and with the guys. What was that?
Zeus touched.
So with the team and with your teammates,
Yeah, I was just there to encourage them. I'm like, hey, man, you guys got this. Just trying to be around the guys to let them know I'm still here.
You took contract for this offseason. That was important for you to stay here and maybe finish what you started.
Yeah, just I can't leave Panay. I can't leave all my guys. I can't leave them. I love this team a lot. I want to help Dan win one.
You said you were back home. You found a lot of stuff to do.
I have a ranch back home, so that was good. I got cows. I've got donkeys. My son's in school, and so we got t-ball after school, so that was fun. Getting to play catch with him a little bit. That was fun. What do I call home? In Texas, Houston. Yep.
I was just saying, so that's the stuff. Ranch.
Yeah, ranching, chores. Yeah, just updating the house, spring cleaning. Stuff.
Give us a livestock count. What do you got at home?
I used to have a lot, and now I'm back down to 20. I like to stay with the smaller amount. Yeah.
So you're raising them. Is it food for you guys? Like, what is the?
It's obviously it's for food, but I'm still trying to get my foot in the door, like how this ranching stuff. I'm loving it. Just going out in the country life. It's fun. Getting to sit down, especially with my brothers and my family. Just going out there, just hang out and enjoy the day. Fishing. We got some ponds out there, so it's fun.
You said you felt like you had something to prove right when you started lifting weights.
Yeah.
So what do you still have to prove?
A lot. I say that every year because, now I got all this knowledge. Now I got to do a little bit more. You know what I mean? And so now I feel like I'm back in. I feel like I'm that's not a good way to put it. I feel like I took a step back. Now I got to catch up and then keep going.
You've been a part of some pretty good offensive lines, obviously.
Yeah,
Philly, just as you look around sort of this group and what you can be.
Yeah, Hank is doing a really good job with the O-line, and he's keeping us together, so it's a good thing.
What do you think about Panay's growth in his second year?
It's his second year or third year? Oh, it was great. Panay is one of those guys that you can rely on, you can trust. Same with everyone on the line, right? They'll do anything to satisfy the company and then even for themselves too, so it'll be good. But Panay is good.
Yeah, so you've got a lot to prove yourself, but another young gun on the offensive line now that's kind of making that transition from tackle to guard in Sorsville.
You talking about Kobe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to give him all the things I've known and the knowledge I've known over the years, so that way it can help him. So when his time is ready, he should be prepared. Oh yeah, I love it. I love when guys will come up and ask questions, just trying to calm them down because this is all new to them. I was a rookie once, and I asked questions all the time. Back in Philly days, would ask Jason Kelsey, I would ask Brandon Brooks, Jason Peters, all kinds of questions like what helped you, and sort of those things. Yeah, it was so good to see all my friends from Philly to go back again, and I was rooting for them. It was good.
Just back to coming back. Was there a moment, or what was the moment that you sort of knew, like, I'm ready to do it. I need to get back on the field? It's Something that you saw on TV,
That I was ready to come back and play football.
Just know that football is still, that's still who I am.
When I was able to get out of bed.
How long did that take?
About 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So I just want to talk more about the ranch. Like you said it's new to you. It was like it's a dream. Is there family history of ranching? Like,
No, it's just I've always been fascinated with animals and ranching, like horses and stuff. I'm not into horses yet because it's kind of hard to take care of them 24/7 since I'm not there. But the cows are easy, and then every time I go out there, either feeding them or breeding them, it's fun.
How big is the ranch?
I got about 205 acres. Mm-hmm.
It's outside of Houston.
Yes, it's an hour away from where I live, north.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir.